Okay, hello everyone and welcome to our Learning Hour webinar. So I'm Nafis and I'm excited to be your host for today's session. Today we have our expert trainer Miss Kayatthri and she will be sharing a very interesting topic about effective social media marketing from like to leads. So during the session you may ask questions in the chat box below. Miss Kayatthri will answer the question at the end of the session. So without further ado, I pass this floor to Miss Kayatthri.
Hi, thank you, Nafis. Hello, everyone. Let me just project my screen. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And I'm really, really excited to see everyone again here after, I think, a bit of time. Thank you so much for staying with us. So, for today's topic, I would like to share with you how you can effectively market your product or your service. So, the topic today is from likes to leads. All right. A little bit introduction about me. So, my name is Kayatthri, like how Afis introduced. So I have been in the marketing and digital marketing industry for the past 14 years. Currently, I'm running a social media agency as well as a training company where I actively train. And this is a part of my training with Excel Academy. And thank you so much, Excel, for that. So let's go into our topic today. Um, as a business owner, as a marketing person who are working in any companies, you might be facing this. This is actually a struggle that's commonly known across the industry. When you are doing a social media marketing, your goal is you want to make some sales, you want to generate quality leads, but in what you call that, in reality, that doesn't happen. So if you are struggling with getting positive engagement, you are getting positive engagement, like you are getting a lot of likes, you are getting a lot of comments, people are sharing your content. That is what we call positive engagement. However, this positive engagement does not convert into leads. So if this is your struggle, stay tuned. The second thing is, you feel like you have been spending a lot of time and money to do a lot of activity on social media, in social media marketing. However, you don't see them converting into sales. All right. So this could be also another struggle. And one point of a time, you feel like, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right strategy? So what am I missing? All right. So if you have this question, stay tuned. This is where I'm going to help you. All right. So the first thing is, you need to understand that generating leads is one of the very important or a critical component of any successes in social media, for any businesses, especially when you are using social media marketing. But one thing that you also need to remember, that social media as the platform, it is actually a very powerful platform where you can reach your potential customers very, very quickly and at a very cost effective way. All right. However, if you want this to be done, you need to have progressive strategies. So if you see here, I didn't say right strategy, I said progressive strategy. Why? Being in this industry for quite some time, I came to a knowledge that there is no right thing to do on social media. In fact, there's a lot of trial, a lot of errors, a lot of improvement, a lot of adjustment that you need to do. So this is what I say progressive. You keep improving, you keep adjusting, you keep adding, you keep taking out, right? So this is what we call progressive strategies. All right. So you need to understand that. Do not stick to one strategy. All right. So always change your strategy. What I'm going to do today is, I'm going to give several strategies, all right, which is the basic of social media marketing. However, at any point of a time, you can make this basic a little bit better. All right. You can always elevate. You can always elevate when you feel like certain strategy is not working. All right. However, the basic of the strategy remains the same. Okay. So that strategies, so these are the strategies and the tactics. So what you want to do, basically, you probably you want to generate leads, you want to drive traffic to your website, and definitely everyone wants to increase sales. All right. So let's understand a little bit about the power of social media. Okay, so social media, of course, if anyone is on social media platforms, so you know that it provides a very global access to your audience. All right, but what's critical here is you got to choose the right platform that aligns with your audience, with your audience and their goals, and that is very essential. All right, the second thing about social media marketing, how you want to use it correctly is you offer valuable insights into your customers behavior, understand your customer, understand their behavior. All right, how create targeted campaigns. There's no such thing as one campaign serves all. It's very much targeted campaign. Your campaign must serve the right people. All right, so this is where a lot of thought processes, a lot of customer insights, you need to go into the customer insight, you understand their behavior, and based on that you will be able to create campaign that suits them. All right, and then of course success in social media, it's highly dependent on your target audience and how you tailor the content for them. All right, so how you tailor the content for them. Now, if you ask me which are the best social media platforms for lead generation, in fact, we can use all these platforms to create leads, to generate leads, right? So, always been at the top, even though the popularity you can say is reducing, is Facebook. So, you can use Facebook because Facebook ads, which is also integrated into WhatsApp and also Instagram, it still serves as one of the preferred platform when a marketing person or marketeers want to go into lead generation. All right, that's number one. And TikTok, so if for Gen Z, TikTok is like a Google for them, bro. Instead of asking something on Google, they go to TikTok and they search for the answers on TikTok. So if you are targeting people, your audience are from Gen Z, you probably want to tailor your content, you want to tailor your strategies into TikTok marketing. All right. And then, of course, you have LinkedIn. So, LinkedIn is where you want to target professionals. All right. You want to target B2B decision makers, C-suite level. So, if this is your target audience, then always go into LinkedIn, create valuable content on LinkedIn, connect with them, and then you will see the leads coming into you. All right. And of course, you have Instagram, like I mentioned before, Facebook, Instagram, it works together. But of course, the audience on Instagram are definitely much much younger than those audience on Facebook. All right, and you have X, previously known as Twitter. So Twitter, it is also a good lead generation platform. However, in Malaysia the popularity is not as much as it is globally. All right, and then we have YouTube. So similar to LinkedIn, YouTube also a preferred platform when we want to run advertising, paid advertising, or content. So, content marketing, we use YouTube if you are targeting people again on the professional side, okay, or the older generation. So YouTube works very well. YouTube advertising actually works very well for that. Okay, so if you have any question regarding like in detail which platform are best for lead generation, that will be basically based on your product that you're offering, the services that you're offering. The second thing is your target audience. So if you have any question, you can always get in touch with me and I can advise you based on this. Okay. Now, I am going to go into a few strategies that will help to convert your likes into leads. All right. So, one of the things that I would say, right, if you are like, let's say, we will be exploring a little bit of in and outs of running a successful social media marketing campaign. So, this goes beyond just generating likes. You Yeah, likes are important, but do not only focus on likes. All right, so it goes beyond generating likes, generating all this other engagement, but focusing on how do you convert these likes into leads. all right, into not just leads but valuable leads, the right leads, all right. So social media has become a powerful tool for businesses to reach, to engage with their target audience, but it's just not enough for a large following, all right. So you really need like a strategic approach that combines, I would say, very good content, a compelling content, a targeted advertising, and of course, effective lead generation tactics. All right. So this is what we will be learning in a short while. Okay. If you have any question, guys, please put it down in the chat box. I will address that later. All right. So the first thing is, you see, this is like taking a few steps back. You know, I'm sure that everyone who's listening or who will listen to this talk, you will be like, you know, I just want to go into social media and start creating campaigns, start creating content, start doing advertising and stuff like that. But take a chill pill, relax for a while, two steps back. You have to look at the objective, the whole thing. You know, why are you doing this in the first place? If you go into social media advertising without setting a clear goal for your social media campaign, I'm very sure you will not see the end results, a good end result. Okay. So the most important thing is set clear goals for your social media marketing. Okay. When I'm telling about goals, if you guys attended my class previously or listened to the talk, we always go back to smart way of setting up goals, right? So that is one. Of course, having said that, always follow a structured way of setting up goals. But again, determine what you want to do. So do you want, you're focusing on, you know, probably you are a new product, you know, you are coming up with new product or services, and you want to create a good awareness. So brand awareness will be your aim. All right. So don't go into social media platform without creating brand awareness. You see, I've worked with some product owners. You know, it's new product. Obviously, it's good product and stuff, but it's very new to the market. All right. And they probably already have a lot of competition. So the first thing you have to focus is at least get people to know about your product. Your product, your name is still very new for people. So if they don't know you, how are they going to buy from you? So the first goal, if you are starting out, always focus on reaching the mass, you know, reaching your target audience, letting them know who you are, letting them know what kind of product you are actually, you're offering, right? So that's very important. And don't go into social media straight away looking for sales. It's not going to happen. All right. So work step by step. It's a process. All right. It's a process where you run like a marathon, not like a 100 meters dash. All right. So if your goal is to, you know, you're still very much on the awareness level, so your goal should be creating the brand awareness, then slowly you can look into driving traffic to your website. You should if you have a website, right, drive traffic to the website. And from the website you might want to create a lead generation idea, lead generation magnet, you know, give them something and then you'll get something. So that is one of the way to generate leads, and then at the end you will be able to increase your sales. All right. So to make sure your goals are clear, break your goals into actionable steps. All right. Like for example, I want to create awareness. Like we go back to the basics, right? You want to create awareness. How do you create awareness? So you need to create content to let people know that about your product, your service, what is unique about you, you know, what is your USP, how are you different from your competitors. So all these things needs to be translated into content. Okay. So your content is one of your goals, actionable steps, right? So how many contents do you want to post in a week? That's goal. All right. Based on how do you want to format the content? Is it going to be images? Is it going to be video? Are you going to do a live session, or are you going to do an event and you want to broadcast about the event? So whatever you do, this comes under actionable plans under this your goals. All right. So when you go by this step by step approach, it will actually help you to create a focus and you will be able to track your progress because you already know, okay, so this is my goal and these are my strategies and what are the tactics under the strategy. So you'll be able to monitor this. So it's very, very important. Set your goals. All right, first thing. The second thing is, now you already set your goals. Start understanding your audience. You see, this may be something that I've been like repeating like so many times. Why I'm repeating it so many times? Because this is so important, right? You need to know your audience really. Why do you think they want to buy from you? All right. So do a research, a thorough research. Know what they want. What is their preference? What are their pain point? Understand how they are behaving online, or where do they spend more time. All right, so how do you want to get understand about this? If you already have your own current, let's say you already have a set of customers, current customers, ask them. That's the best. You want to do this research. How do you know the research? You have to ask question, or you can give out survey form and understand them. Okay, so if I mean, it can be businesses of big and small sizes, but understanding your target audience is super important. If not, you won't have any idea what kind of content that you want to create. Where do you want to promote your product? What is their pain point? How can you actually uh, cater your product to solve their problem? So this is very important, so you need to understand. So there's a lot of analytical tools, so use this to learn their demographic, their interests, preferred platform, and all these things. One of the way is, like I say, talk, conduct interview, simple research, a target based, a small group, probably some kind of an interview session, just to understand them. All right, so based on this, you will be able to adjust your content and your engagement strategy, or from all these insights that you get. Okay, so remember, go back to your target audience, go so detailed. Okay, so detailed, you want to know them. So one of the ways that we do is we create customer personas, multiple customer personas, and for each persona we will be developing content that suits them. All right, then the next thing is you choose the right social media platform. Just because everyone is on Facebook, you don't need to be on Facebook. All right, so every platform has unique features, their users are unique, the way they behave on this social media are unique. All right, so you might want to understand that part and then choose based on this. All right, so like for example, right, if you are very much targeting B2B professionals, all right, so you want B2B companies and professional like that, you may consider LinkedIn or YouTube, like I mentioned earlier. And if your target audience is much younger audience, then look into Instagram, look into TikTok. Okay, so this is something, like I say, you want to know about your business. You want to tell people about your business, the content, and your customers' preference when you are choosing the platform. All right, so understand this three part. Then the next thing is, once you already choose your platforms, right, make sure you optimize your social profiles. All right, so your social media profiles is like a digital storefront. Like if you have a store, you will make sure you put all the important things, where do you make the purchase, where are the products and all that, right? So just imagine this is your profile is like a digital storefront. So you have to make sure you complete the profile. All right, if it's on Facebook, you have 7 to 8 things that you have to make sure you complete, like you have a good profile photo, you have a good cover photo. All right, and make sure you fill up all these things under about us, and include keywords when you're writing about us. All right, and you have a call to action, a CTA, WhatsApp, or contact us, or call us, go to our website and all that, whatever CTA, it has to be there. So complete your profile and make sure it looks professional and consistent in all platform. Like for example, if you have the name of your profile is the same in all the platform, you cannot have name like A in one profile and AB in another profile, so it doesn't look consistent. And the color, your brand logo, and your corporate color has to follow across. All right. And of course, if it's in platforms like Facebook, sorry, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, or TikTok. So in bios, you can actually use relevant keywords so that your profile will appear in the search results. All right, increases your visibility there. Okay, and always include a link to your website or landing page. In some platforms, what you can do, you can use platforms like, websites like Linktree, Beacon.ai. So where you, when people click on it, you will have all the list of social media websites or anywhere they can contact you. All the links are there because certain platform it limits only to one link. So use that one link to link it up with a link tree, all right, or anything relevant to it. Okay. Now, the fifth one is your content. You really, really need to prioritize your content. See, guys, content, like we always say, content is king. Okay, if content is king, conversion is queen. All right, but you have to have good content. Make your content valuable. All right, and it has to be engaging to your audience. So the way to come up with a content strategy is you have to look back at your audience. All right, so my my advice to all of you is when you are creating content, it has to follow two basic principle. One is your customer's persona. Your content has to follow your customer's persona. The second thing is the buyer's journey, your customer's journey. So you must be aware how the touch point of your buyers, where is their touch point, digitally speaking? What kind of action do you want them to do at certain touch point? So you understand, okay, now they are in the awareness part. So the touch point is I want them to view a few of my videos. All right, so that's the first touch point. And in the touch point, what do you want them to do? So this is where your CTA comes in. All right, probably you want them to download something at the end of the video. Touch point number one. So and then the next thing is they are going into, looking into more products. So what do you want them to do in touch point number two? So go draw a map of your audience journey from the moment they start to get to know about your product. So this is where awareness happens. From there until the part where they make a purchase. So that is the journey. So for each level of their journey, you need to create content. So your content has to be based on number one, customer persona, number two, their journey. All right. So how do you want to create the content strategy? You can use blogs, you can use videos, infographic, images, whatever. So that is the content format. All right. But your content needs to be engaging. It has to be valuable, add some kind of value to your audience so that they will keep coming back to you. All right. So when they keep coming back to you for your content, that means you are actually building a trust with them. So more trust you build with them, what happens is at the point where they decided, okay, I'm going to make the purchase, they will come back to you. Why? Because they trust you. All right. So of course, to make everything looks good, you need to have very good visual and good storytelling. Right. Storytelling itself is an art. So I can do an entire session only on storytelling because why? This is something that is lacking in our most of our the sellers that I see on social media. All right, but some of them are doing wonderfully well, especially on TikTok. The art of storytelling just comes so naturally to them. So you need to create a nice storytelling that can actually resonate with your target audience. All right, so look into storytelling, and you know that your content is a success when people start sharing your content. Okay, so it has to be shareable, and people must always think back of your content, so it must be memorable as well. Okay. Sorry. Then the next part is you look into your hashtags. So hashtags is important. Why? This is like a keyword, right? Hashtag is lebih kurang like a keyword, right? You want people, when you use the right hashtag, it helps your content to be discovered, to be searched. So make sure you use the right hashtags. So there are platforms that are based on hashtag, like started with Twitter, X, sorry, not Twitter, it's X. And then you have Instagram, you have TikTok, and also you have LinkedIn. So all these platforms are very much based on hashtags. So if you are using these platforms, remember that you need to do hashtag research. Okay. So, and for like, for example, for Instagram, they're allowed to use up to 30 hashtag once upon a time. And then recently they changed. So the best way to use hashtag on Instagram is 3 to 5, maximum 5. Same goes to LinkedIn and also TikTok. Okay. Do not use too many, and don't use unrelevant hashtag. Use relevant hashtags, right? Excuse me. So when I say relevant hashtag, there are few hashtags that you can keep in mind. Number one is a branded hashtag. Branded hashtag is your own brand, so you want this brand to keep on coming in all the hashtags, right, in your all your posts. So branded hashtag can be like, for me, I can put like hashtag Excel Academy. All right, hashtag learning hour. So these are all hashtags that is related to Excel Academy as a brand. So you can have branded hashtag. The second one is content or campaign or event hashtag. So I put this all together. You have content slash campaign slash event hashtag. So what is it? So your post that you're posting up is, you'd have some kind of a content, or probably it's a campaign that you're running or an event, right? The hashtag has to be related to the content. Like for example, let's say for this event, right? So what I can do is hashtag Excel Academy, hashtag learning hour, hashtag social media marketing, because this is a content, right? Content is on social media marketing, hashtag tips on social media marketing. All right. And then the final one is a very important one. You have to look for trending hashtags. All right. So what are trending hashtags? Trending hashtag is a group of hashtags that highly favored by everyone. All right. So this could be trending at that point of a time. But again, on that trending hashtag, do not misuse trending hashtag. Like at one point of a time, hashtag COVID, hashtag stay at home, hashtag vaccination used to be very, very trending. But if you use it in a content that's not related to COVID at all, so your content can be flagged. And what happens when it gets flagged? Probably they won't like you know probably they don't bring down your entire site, but your content won't be visible to many people. All right, so you can always go and search for banned hashtag on Instagram, and you'll be very surprised to find this banned hashtags, right? So just make sure on that. And if you are looking into doing some research on hashtag, or you want to do some hashtag tracking tools, like you want to know what is the most famous hashtag, how many people are actually following the hashtag, what is the trending hashtag, you can look into these three uh, tools. Why these three tools? Because this is free. All right, it's not, you don't have to pay. There are a lot of tools out there. You have a SAMrush, you have Brand Tool for, and all these things, but it's a little bit expensive. If you're looking for tools that are cheaper, you can always use right tag. Don't log in, it will ask you to create an account and all that. You don't have to do that. You can just search for the hashtagify keywordtool.io. So all these things are some of the hashtags that tracking tools that you can use. Okay, and then now we are coming back to the content part, right? So your content has to be compelling and shareable, right? So when you are creating a content, like I think I already mentioned this, right? So what I wanted to tell here is, when you want to do a research on relevant topics, start with using the keywords. You can always use these hashtags to look for the keywords, right? So you can do that. And very important for you is you want to make a content calendar. All right. So anything that you want to do on social media, when you want to create content, you cannot do it on an ad hoc basis. It cannot come like, okay, I get up today and I feel like I want to do a brand awareness post, and tomorrow, oh, I got up late, so I cannot do anything. It doesn't work that way. You have to create content at least a month ahead so that you can cover everything. Like for example, this is September. in October or December, no, let's take December, right? So December is the month of school holiday. So if you're targeting parents, you know what you can do, all right? And then in during school holidays, people will be traveling. So is your product will be helpful for them. So start thinking that way. If yes, create content based on that. You have Christmas in December. You have year-end sales and all this stuff's coming in December. So if you do not want to miss important dates, that's one thing that I want to say. When you plan something much earlier ahead, you won't miss out any important dates, right? Like for this month, the month of September, we have Malaysia Day. All right. We have the Prophet Muhammad's birthday coming up, right? And I think also our Muharram. So all this happened in this month. So as a content creator, we would have planned for this month 1 month earlier, so that on that days all these posts go up. Okay, so it's very very important for you to create a content calendar. In your content calendar you can have multiple format, different type of content type. So content type is how do you want to present your content. That is content type. It can be video, it can be images, or it can be infographics, or you decided you want to do a live session, so that is also part of it. But this has to be clearly stated in your 1 month content calendar. If you tell me, oh Miss K, I don't have that time, I'm one man show, I'm doing everything myself, so I won't be able to create a month worth of content ahead. So it's fine, at least 2 weeks, at least 1 week. All right, so it's fine. My What I'm trying to educate you guys is 1 month is ideal, but if you're not able to do it, just start something like 2 weeks ahead, fine. 1 week ahead is fine. Just do not create content for that day, because I know, since we are creating content, we know that content creation takes a lot of time. So when you do it ahead, right, you actually allocating the time for you to do proper research, to create a content that is really really valuable and compelling to your audience. Okay, so if you start creating like an ad hoc last minute, your focus is, I just want to create a content to post it up on social media so that my quota for today is done. That is a wrong approach. All right, that in fact is a very wrong approach, because the content that you're creating might not serve anyone. All right, so what I'm going to tell is just look into creating content, and do it much earlier. Another thing is also, you need to when you are creating the content, always focus on what kind of value you are providing to them. Okay, if your content is addressing your audience's needs and interests. So when you have all these things right, guys, there's no way you can create an ad hoc. That means on that day you create some content, right? So you won't be able to do it, because it won't be a content of a quality content. Okay, and of course, always on that part is done, I hope you understand that don't be the last minute content creator. And every content that you create, what I will do is, I just put myself as my target audience. Will they find this information valuable? Do you think, if I see this content, will I share this content among my peers? Will I be able to have that virality happening with this content? So I have to ask my question, ask this question on behalf of my customers, right? So do that as well. So if you feel like this is like too common, everyone is posting about it, so how can you make it different, right? Think from that point of view. And of course, you can always add social sharing button, encourage engagement on your post. It is a must, in fact. All right. Always have a CTA, get people to like, comment, share, or any other CTA that you want them to do. CTA is call to action. What action do you want them to take after they read or after they consume your content? Okay. And of course, stay consistent with your posting schedule, always consistent. If you are going to commit yourself to do 3 content a week, then just 3 content a week is fine. All right, if you say like, no, I don't have time, I'm just going to do 2 content a week, that is also fine. But on certain platform, 2 content a week is too low. All right, so This is where all there's a lot of AI tools that's in place now that can help you to write content, that can create images for you. Even Canva, using Canva, you can do so many things like at a very fast time, and you have Chat GPT, you have Bart, Google Bart, you have Microsoft Bing. So all this chat that can generate content for you guys, right? So there's Copy AI, Quillbot, there's so many, and a lot of it are free to use. So there are free options available. There shouldn't be any excuses that I don't have time to create content. Okay, so always create content and stay consistent to your posting schedule. Okay, 2 to 3 content a week on Facebook is fine, Instagram is fine, but on 2 to 3 content a week, yeah. But on TikTok, it has to be on a daily basis, at least 2 to 3 content on daily basis on TikTok. Okay. And then, so now you already have all this content going up. Okay. Now is the time for you to start engaging and interacting with your audience, right? Like I say, like social media is always like a two-way street. It's not only you giving content, we have to receive response from the other end as well. All right. Keep doing it until you start receiving response. So the moment you start receiving response, don't leave them just hanging like that. You have to respond to the comments very quickly. And if you have messages of people are mentioning you, do respond to it as quick as possible. Why? Because this is where the algorithm kicks in as well, right? So when the platform sees that you are responding, people are responding, uh, people are interacting to your content and you are responding, so what happens is that the social media algorithm feels like, okay, this content is valuable, important, so it pushes it for more people to see. But you have to also interact with it. All right. So of course, if you're working with influencer or any other people in the same area, always you would want to join in the conversation, join in the discussion, and work with them within your niche. Okay. And this is another way of you to really get good leads, is to run contests and giveaways, right? But again, certain platforms are very strict. They have strict rules on it, like Facebook. When you want to run any campaign, you have to follow the right their terms and conditions. Just read about it, okay? Nothing like dramatic, but they just don't want you to just give, like my page and I'll give you something. That's not allowed, right? So this has to be a product. You are giving them something, anything, product or services or whatever, for an action that they do, which is not liking your page. Okay, so look into that. That's just like giving contests, run a giveaway, and challenges. On TikTok, this is something very very popular. You create a challenge and get people to participate in your challenge and ask them to use the hashtag, and then you can do a randomly, pick the best performing or the best uh, challenge and give them a gift, right? So you can do that as well. And then you also need to leverage on paid advertising. You see, all the things that I mentioned in the beginning is very much on organic. That means you don't have to pay. But in order for you to reach a very specific audience, or in order for you to reach much more than people who are following you, running an advertisement is always a good idea. All right. So try to invest, just put in whatever amount that you're comfortable, probably 500 to 1000 ringgit, and start running some kind of ads and then see the results. All right. Why I'm saying that, this is, um, when you are running a paid advertisement, you don't only reach to your community of people who are following you, you're actually expanding the reach, and you need to expand the reach, because this will actually help to widen the scope as well. You see, there's so many people who are following you, but sometimes this is not enough, definitely not enough. That is why all the brands are actually trying their hard to reach as many people as possible, and advertising is one of the way. If your content, yes, content is important, keep doing content, because when people see you through advertisement, they come back to your page and they don't see anything. You just don't rely on advertising. When they don't see anything, and then it's like good as you don't run an advertisement, right? You need to have a strong profile, you need to have strong content, compelling content. At the same time, you start doing advertising, so this two will be a very good combo. All right, so run paid advertising. And we have like on advertisement, you have specific what do you call that, uh, objectives, specific objective that you want to meet. Let's say lead generation is your objective. You want to just generate leads. All right, then follow lead generation method to run your advertising. Or if you say like I'm still very new, I want to get more people to like my page, then there's like ads, growth ads to do for you to do. Or you want to create awareness, then you can always choose objective like awareness to get people to know more about your product. All right, so that is on paid advertising. And then one very important thing, like when you do all the steps from 1 to 10 what I've given you, the next thing that you need to do is, for every steps, for every action that you do on social media, always measure and analyze. You see, a lot of people doesn't do this. Why they are not doing it? Because they feel like, okay, I've already done, but it's very important for you to measure your social media success, to improve it. You have to like first of all identify what is your KPI, okay, that matches your goal. Like for example, if you want to increase website traffic, right? You need to track what you need to track. Your KPI is website traffic. The metrics that you need to track is click-through rates, bounce rate, like people are coming to your page but they bounce back, right? Bounce rate, and the conversion rate. So this will be the things that you have to monitor. And let's say like earlier I said that you guys want to do brand awareness. So there is no one thing to measure brand awareness. There's multiple things. Like you want to see your reach. What is the number of reach? What is the number of impression? And then you also want to see the engagement rate. So all this actually will go back to your brand awareness. Okay. And how do you do this? If you are using any social media platform that allow advertising, that social media platform will give you the insight. Like you have Facebook Insight, which gives Facebook and Instagram insights as well. You have TikTok analytics. All right, if you are running ads on TikTok, you will get your analytics. That's a separate one. TikTok as platform, they give you analytics of the content that you're posting, if your TikTok account is a business account. But TikTok ads, which is a separate thing, they will also give you analytics on the ads that you're running. Okay. And then of course Instagram is together with Facebook. You have the insights as well. Even on Instagram platform itself, you can be able to see some insight, some good insight. So what do you need do with this data? So this data, if you just see it as data, that's just data, just numbers. But when you start analyzing from month to month basis, or when you run some campaign to campaign basis, you will be able to see some increase or some decrease on certain days. And then you feel like, okay, at this point of a time people are purchasing. Why? Probably we did a live session. So what I'm trying to say is, you'll be able to spot trends. You'll be spot trends. And then when you are going to do decision for the next campaign, your decision is not just based on your, what you think, intuition, but it will be based on the data that you have. So it will be a data driven decision. And what will happen after this is, every decision that you take, you will take based on, you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? It has to be based on certain data that you have already done. All right, so you have like a backup. Okay, because of the data shows this, so the next strategy is, I want to try this. Okay, so now your decision is very much backed up by data, and your strategy will be so much clearer, because it has data to back it up. All right, so that is one thing about how you measure and you analyze. See guys, there's no one way of analyzing. If you have a team, a group, sit together, look into the data, and then analyze what just go like a round table and see what do they think. Why do you think suddenly there's a spike? We feel like a lot of people purchase on this day. What happened? Probably it's a payday, right? So think from that point of view, right? Get a team, and do it as a team effort, because more brains, they will be able to spot different trends. All right, just give it a try. That'll be very exciting. Okay. And then the next thing is you got to keep adjusting, and you have to keep optimizing. This goes back to the first thing that I mentioned to you guys. There is no one right way of running social media marketing. In fact, any other marketing, I would say. You will have to keep adjusting, because there's no right way, but it's a progressive way, right? So what you need to do is you want to keep yourself updated with the industry trends. You want to keep yourself updated with the platform updates. You see, Facebook keep updating itself every day. All right. Similarly, even TikTok, they're just coming up new things, improvising. TikTok shop is improvising every day. No, the algorithm is becoming like so user friendly as well, right? So always keep updating yourself what's happening, because this is your place for you to market your product, your services. So you need to know what's happening there. And the moment you know, okay, platforms are preferring videos, for example, which is a known thing. So your content has to be more video related content. All right. Always update yourself, keep the industry trends in mind. Then the next thing is, do not be scared, just experiment different format, different content types and all that. You can do videos, you can do live streams. Live sessions are really really good. You got to do live sessions. And then probably you want to have like trivia and stuff like that, because you want to increase the engagement. Okay, do it. And then very important one, all of you will definitely have competitors. Your competitor are a really great place for you to learn. And you will be able to see that, okay, if I do this way, differently than my competitor, probably I can address my audience, right? So analyze, monitor your competitors social media pages. Look for what are the strategy they are using. See how many times they are posting, how many times they are uh, 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 going on live, something like that. You'll be able to see this trend. Okay. And then do something different. You may want to follow them, but do it differently. Okay, you may follow them but do it differently. Okay. And then also, how do you can keep adjusting is by asking feedback from your, not your, you already look at your competitor, now look into your own audience, target audience. Ask them question. This is again, this is like a big loop. You want to know your audience, then you're doing something for your audience, then you want to ask them again, am I doing it right? Do you, how do you feel? What's your feedback like? So get their feedback and then redo again. It's just like a very nice cycle. All right. So this will actually really really help to for you to polish your strategy. Okay. And do experiment, learn, take risk. Don't worry about taking risk. Take risk, because there's no way you will uh, that's nothing bad is going to happen if you take risk. All right, just start doing. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Go back to the other plan. Okay. So some of the things that you might want to keep in mind is always adjust and optimize. Okay. Another thing, since we are living in the era of influencers, you see like a lot of influencers are coming up and all that. And I will also say this is an era of collaborativeness. Okay. You have want to network with people, you want to collaborate with people. So start building relationship with businesses and influencer in your industry. So these businesses doesn't need to be your competitors, but they can be your, they can complement your business. Like for example, if you are um, you bake cakes, right? You have a bakery, so you can always work with a florist. All right. Or you can always work with a event planner. All right. So that is how you complement your business. So collaborate and reach for the bigger audience, right? And also look into the right influencer. Choose the influencer that aligns with your value, with your brand, And of course, there's another thing about influencers altogether. You have to really do a thorough check on their content that they're posting up, their audience, how are they responding to their audience. So many things you have to look into. The in If you're looking into influencer marketing, just do this research on the influencer, and then partner with someone in that can actually help you to reach larger audience, right? And then finally, guys, you have to measure your return of investment. What is the point of doing all this if you don't measure, right? So ROI is whatever money that you put in, you would want to see what is the uh, what did you get back, right? Return on your investment. We have like two type of return here. When we are running social media ads, we always look into return of ad spend, ROAS. So that is like pretty straightforward. If you have like a Facebook ads manager, you will know the return of ad spend there. Okay, so measure this. Okay, so your results for your social media lead generation efforts, it's very very much tied up to the whatever cost that you spend. So for every lead, you would want to know what is your cost per lead. Okay, and put together all the costs that you have put, you have spent on the advertising or even on the social media. Let's say you are hiring an agency or what, so they will also be able to do this for you. Okay, so calculate the ROI. Why it's important? Because you would want to compare like what you have done now to what have compare with the previous campaigns that you run. So if you see the ROI is decreasing, it's a good sign. So you know the cost per lead is decreasing, it's a good sign. So you want to increase your ROI, decrease your cost per lead. All right. So that is about what I wanted to share with you guys. 14 very very easy actionable plan that you can start implementing straight away, and you'll be able to see the results. All right. So thank you very much. That's all from me. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. Nafis, are you there? I can't see the questions. Hi.
Okay, if you guys have any question, you can comment on the chat box. Wait for a moment.
Sure.
So no question from Ashraf. Okay, all right. I think there is no question from them. Okay, so also thank you, Ashraf, for letting us know. Okay, all right. So let me share about the upcoming training session lah in October. Okay, so this one, as we can see, this is our class, the class Chat GPT Mastery by Miss Kayatthri herself. So we will conduct this class at Armada Hotel, Talijaya on 17th October. So if you are interested to join, you can let us know. Okay, and also Miss Kayatri session on the next day, 18th and 19th October, we have social media marketing, also at Armada Hotel, Talijaya. Do let us know if you are interested, yeah? Okay. Then the coming days we have for QE, then graphic design, data analytics and visualization in Excel. Also, we do have Microsoft Excel, our main class also, 25 and 26 October, and also Digital Marketing Masterclass on 25 and 26 October also. So, okay, please follow and like our social media and get in touch with us. If you're interested in enrolling one of these courses, you can contact us. So thank you, Miss Kayatthri, for today's session, for the great sharing, and thank you all for joining us. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.